non-RES form. Okay. Then see the principle energy conversion. So already we know that energy next conversion principle, energy principle. So energy consumption, but without making any surface in the quality or quantity of a production. It is a quality or quantity. So quality in the sense of pure form and quantity in the sense how much amount of energy is going to be created or generated. Okay, then after destroyed, so some amount of power is generated. That total generated power we cannot receive the consumers in completely. So example, hydro plant, that is an renewable source. Considering hydro plant, it is a free of cost renewable source. So taking that one, generated power, that generated power we can use in different forms. Okay, so that energy, either we are using non renewable source or renewable source, we cannot use completely. For example చెప్తున్నాను example, hydro plant is there. That hydro plant is generated example 200 megawatts. That 200 megawatts cannot be used consumers directly because డ్యూరింగ్ దట్ లాసెస్. సో ఇప్పుడు మనకు ఒక ప్లాంట్ నుంచి జనరేట్ అయిన పవర్ మొత్తం మనం ఏ కన్జ్యూమర్ కూడా యూటిలైజ్ చేయలేడండి. లేదంటే ఏ ప్లాంట్ కూడా మొత్తం పవర్ని యూటిలైజ్ చేయడానికి పాసిబిలిటీ ఉండదు, ఎందుకంటే లాసెస్ ఉంటాయి. ఓకే, ఆ లాసెస్ వల్ల ఏంటంటే మనం జనరేట్ అయిన పవర్ని కంప్లీట్గా యూటిలైజ్ చేయలేము. ఓకే okay, so during this the conservation process or energy conservation can be explained in different terms. The first term is that recycling of waste. The first term is that recycling of waste. Name only indicate recycle అంటే ఏంటండి? రీసైక్లింగ్ అంటే ఏంటండి? రీయూజ్. సో ఏదైనా మనకు వేస్ట్ అనిపించిన దాన్ని మనం దాన్ని తీసుకెళ్ళి అగైన్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు యూజ్. ఎస్, దానికి బెస్ట్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఒకటి చెప్పండి రీయూజ్ చేసేదాన్ని. ఓకే, సో దట్ విల్ బి okay, listen. So each and everyone can be reused, but in terms of in energy, why? Because we are going to be study about energy concept. At that time, just you have to take that example in terms of and only for the energy. Can tell me anyone example? Recycling of wastage. Example, I am consider a thermal plant. Thermal plant, what is that input? ఇన్పుట్ ఏంటండి అక్కడ? ఇన్పుట్ కోల్. ఓకే, కోల్. ఓకే, దట్ కోల్ ఈజ్ వేర్ ఇట్ కమ్స్ కోల్? వాట్? దట్ కోల్ ఎక్కడి నుంచి వస్తుందండి? మైనింగ్. అదర్వైజ్ what about bundle sticks? అండి, bundle sticks also it will be produced for coal. ఓకే అండి, ఎక్కడో డిస్టర్బెన్స్ ఉందండి. ప్లీజ్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ మీట్ యువర్ ఫోన్స్. Please, after that you can use social networks. First You have to listen. Okay. You can see here example is that thermal, that is a coal you can be used, that is an recycling wastage of a bundle 6 you can be used to that produce coal, then after that coal is you can utilize in that plants, then after automatically the power will be generated. That is an recycling of wastage. Wastage అయ్యే ఏదైనా వస్తువుని తీసుకెళ్ళి మళ్ళీ మనం దాని ద్వారా ఎనర్జీ కనుక జనరేట్ చేయగలిగితే దానిని ఏమంటారంటే రీసైక్లింగ్ ఆఫ్ wastage. Okay. Next, modernization of technology. Next one, modernization of technology, new technology, invention. అంటే దేని కింద వస్తుందండి? ఎగ్జాంపుల్ సోలార్ అండి, న్యూ టెక్నాలజీ ఇది, అవునా కదా? బాబు ఎవరా ఆ ఫోను కొంచెం మ్యూట్లో పెట్టుకోండి. Okay, recent technology is solar, that is an technical is viewed. Now compared to for this and previous one, the things have made for this and the thermal power plant as well as an solar power plant. Now it is for this an new invention or new technology is related to for this and solar. Now tell me anyone, the thermal plant is it is the oldest plant, the solar power plant it is the newest plant. Now the technology will be developed or not? So because of an previous one only for this one utilized that thermal power plant, now here it is going to be an started for this one. ఏమండి కొంచెం ఎవరండి వాళ్ళు? హలో గాయస్, ప్లీజ్ మ్యూట్ యువర్ ఫోన్స్. మాకు ఇదే సరిపోద్దండి ఇంకా 30 మినిట్స్లో ఉన్న 30 మినిట్స్లో టైము. Okay, that solar energy is nowadays is that recent and very popular and developed technology. Okay, but both power plants it will be gives that energy only, but technically viewed we have to see in point of view and technology, that is an solar power plant. Okay, next, waste heat utilization. The next term is that, and this is one important one. What are the, in your examination point of view they will ask the question is that what are the principles of energy conservations? Then we need to explain each and every one. First one is recycling of wastage, next one is that modernization technology, and this one is that waste heat utilization. Okay, you have to explain each and every parameter. Okay now, this is entire theory subject, just we are observing in surroundings and outside and environment whatever it may be, just we know the things, then we can write easily in this subject in our examination point of view. It is entirely theory. Okay, now see here it is an waste heat utilization. Then how can I explain this one, anyone? Guys, anyone explain? ప్రీవియస్ వన్ రీసైక్లింగ్ చెప్పారు కదమ్మా, ఇప్పుడు వేస్ట్ హీట్ యూటిలైజేషన్ ఎలా? హీట్ ఎనర్జీ ఎన్నారా టర్ము? హీట్ ఎనర్జీ ఎట్లా, దాన్ని ఎట్లా మరి వేస్ట్ హీట్ అంటున్నాడు టర్ము, దాన్ని ఎట్లా వాడతారు చెప్పండి? ఓకే, ఓకే, చెప్పండి. వేస్ట్ హీట్ యూటిలైజేషన్. హీట్ ఎక్కడైతే మనకి వేస్ట్ అవుతుందో దాన్ని యూటిలైజేషన్ అంటున్నాడు. ఎక్కడ వాడుకోవచ్చు? దెన్ ఎనీవన్ టెల్ మీ సమ్. ఏంటమ్మా? ఫ్యాక్టరీస్ హీట్, అదే అక్కడ హీట్ వస్తుంది అంటున్నావు. అది ఎక్కడ యూటిలైజ్ చేసుకోవాలని వాడు అడిగేది అదే క్వశ్చన్ అక్కడ. వేస్ట్ హీట్ యూటిలైజేషన్. యూటిలైజేషన్ ఇన్ ద సెన్స్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు యూజ్ consumer utilization. Then how it will be utilized? Anyone? Then see here, the heaters. Do you know heaters? రూమ్ హీటర్స్. ఇప్పుడు మనకి ఏసీస్ ఉన్నాయి కదా, చిన్న ఏసీస్ ఉన్నాయి కదా, అలానే రూమ్ హీటర్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఓకే, the type of an heat is going to be compressed and heat is utilized for the particular rooms or areas or whatever that is at industrial parks. So during these cooling positions or whatever that any summer winter seasons, then it can be used to utilize for this and the heat utilizations. Okay, next one terminology, proper housekeeping. Proper housekeeping, so it will helps in energy conservation. So proper housekeeping in the sense to measure how much energy is conservation. So one place, one particular area, how much amount of energy is going to be wasted or energy is consumed. Now just you have to measure. Okay, next, industrial use of proper type of energy. సో ఇండస్ట్రియల్లో మనం ఎనర్జీని ఎలా యూటిలైజ్ చేయొచ్చు? టైప్స్ ఇన్ దట్ వన్, ఎలక్ట్రికల్ ఎనర్జీ, మెకానికల్ ఎనర్జీ, థర్మల్ ఎనర్జీ, హై గ్రేడ్ థర్మల్ ఎనర్జీ, మీడియం గ్రేడ్ థర్మల్ ఎనర్జీ, లో గ్రేడ్ థర్మల్ ఎనర్జీ. సో ఇన్ ఇండస్ట్రీ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూ, ద ఫస్ట్ electrical energy. Electrical energy is that in the sense just you are in that industry is having motors. That motors is needed with supply. మోటార్కి ఏం సప్లై కావాలండి? ఎలక్ట్రికల్. Now see here, so we are having that industry is consisting of different equipments. That equipments is utilize all these type of energies. That energies belongs to, in that motor is electrical energy, generator is mechanical energy, and thermal energy is in high waves, and next high grade thermal energy and medium grade. So that thermal energy can be used in three ways. One is high grade, low grade, and medium grade. So during this type of energy grades is utilized for the energy consumptions of this industrial use of a proper types of energy. Okay, and next one, industrial use of proper type of fuel. ఒకవేళ ఫ్యూయల్ని ఎలా వాడతారండి? ఇప్పుడు ఇందా ప్రీవియస్గా ఎనర్జీ, నౌ హియర్ ఎనర్జీ ఈజ్ రిప్లేస్ టు ఫ్యూయల్. దట్ ఫ్యూయల్ ఎనర్జీ కెన్ బి categorized cogeneration. The first term is that cogeneration. So see that the terminology cogeneration in the sense electricity and heat at a time is compressed in a single installation. That is an cogeneration. And next one, training of manpower. So we can use manpower. So that manpower is uses in a different areas. That is the based upon this where we are going to be needed a manpower. That manpower utilized entirely for any system of a grade, say either fuel consumptions or whatever it may be. Thus that is for this training of manpower. Next, adapting daylight saving time. Adapting daylight is saving time. Now here this is saving time. How to save that? The daylight save time may be adapted to save sufficient energy during the certain season in a year. Now see here, it is for examples of an best example is hydrothermal power, hydroelectric plant. Because of depending upon that seasons, that is an rainy season, winter and summer. During that all the seasons, it will be utilized that based upon the season, the energy can be consumed. That is an saving daylight saving time. Okay. Next, proper operation and maintenance. So now here this is an operation. So in entire inside of this plant or inside of the industry or inside of the in particular area, so all the operations and manpower will be how to utilize and how to adapt it for the manpower during these conditions. So each and everyone should be uses of the operation and maintenance. So these are all the principles of energy conservation. That is where the first topic of an RES your unit, fundamentals of energy conservation. In that energy conservation, the principles. What are the principles of energy conservation? So we need to write all that principles. Okay. Next one, energy scenario. That is an energy scenario. At present, the annual energy consumption of the world is at 500 exajoules. Now this will be comes to hand for this conventional resources as well as non-conventional. Conventional in the sense our convenient purpose or conventional sources, it will be utilized to everywhere. And next one, hydro resources. Hydro. So it will be basically uses for this and hydro plants of this and hydraulically or hydro is the generating the plants will be adapted in hydrothermal power stations or any entering of these plants will be to applicable. These are all the sources of in this hydro power plant is taking for this and some megawatts. So that megawatts not for fixed. So based upon the plant, the megawatts will be fixed for the plant, not only for particular. Now here written for this and 7,78,038 megawatts, not for then particular figure. Just whatever that rating of this capacity rating of the power plant, that based upon this power plant it will be generate the power, not only anywhere. Okay, next nuclear resources. Now here nuclear in the plant, the uses of the fuel is or uses of the input is that resource is that now here fuel. Now here in nuclear resources uses the uranium 235 and uranium 233 and platinum 239. So anyone the material will be used for this nuclear plant and these are the fissile materials. Fissile in the sense very dangerous materials of this nuclear power plant. So in this that uranium is containing of this 0.71 percentage of uranium is containing and uranium 235 is that 99.29 percentage. And this is the uranium of is that 0.1 the percentage is the carbon hydroxide. Okay, so now here energy scenario in the sense different the stations can be used like hydro stations. It will be required only for this resources water. Now nuclear power plant it will be resources that uranium materials. So our next to fossil fuels, the fuel work. These are the different types of energy scenarios. So whatever that all that conventions. So already we are discussed. It is a renewable source and non-renewable source. So renewable source will comes to an this renewable energy source is in that consisting of an కన్వెన్షనల్ సోర్సెస్. సో సింపుల్గా అక్కడ మీకు ఏంటంటేనమ్మా ఎనర్జీ సినారియో అని ఉంది కదా, అక్కడ ఎనర్జీ సినారియో కింద మీకు కన్సిస్టింగ్ టర్మ్స్ ఏంటంటే కన్వెన్షనల్ సోర్స్ అంటేనేమో నౌ హియర్ దిస్ ఆన్ నాన్ renewable energy sources. And next one is that Non-conventional source in the sense it is a renewable energy sources. కన్వెన్షనల్ సోర్సెస్ ఇప్పుడు చూసాము హైడ్రల్ ప్లాంట్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది, న్యూక్లియర్ ప్లాంట్ ఏంటి, కావాల్సిన మెటీరియల్స్ ఇన్పుట్ మెటీరియల్ ఏంటి అండ్ ఫాయిజల్ ఫ్యూయల్స్ మెటీరియల్ ఏంటండి. నౌ హియర్ నాన్ కన్వెన్షనల్ సోర్సెస్, దట్ ఈస్ a non-conventional sources already we know. These are that non-conventional in the sense renewable energy sources. That renewable energy sources already we have discussed, that is a solar, wind, tidal. So everything the free of cost of the material will be getting for this and these non-conventional sources. So each and everyone should be that depending upon this and solar energy and wind energy and next tidal, whatever that in free of cost of this input, then automatically it will be treated as an non-conventional sources. Okay. So now here just still now we are discussed solar, wind and tidal. Now here the biomass also is there. It is also one of the non-conventional source. In this process, the energy resource available from animal and vegetarians are called biomass energy resources. So solar energy is observed by plant is estimated to be 2 into 10 power 21 joules per year. So this type of all the bits will be useful for you in your competitive examinations or online bits. So then keep in mind. So biomass material may be transferred by chemical or a biological process to produce intermittent biofuels. Okay. And next geothermal energy, ocean tidal. So already we have discussed for tidal energy and next ocean wave energy. Now heat is also should be look like as a free of cost of this energy sources. Okay. And next ocean thermal energy conversion. This ocean thermal energy conversion technology is still infant stages. The potential is likely to be more than that of a tidal of wave energy. Now it is going to be under process. Not only it is developed, it is going to be developing. So still we are used only for this and the non-conventional sources. It will be applicable that solar, wind, biomass, geothermal, tidal energy, wave energy and ocean thermal energy conservations. Okay. During all these are the types of energy conservation principles and next energy scenarios. So energy scenarios will comes to the both cases, that is a conventional sources will called as a non-renewable energy sources. Next part topic is that renewable energy source in the sense non-conventional sources. In that non-conventional sources, ocean, tidal, solar, wind, biomass, ocean thermal energy. So all the terms should be related for the concept of an energy scenario. Okay. And next that same energy scenario will be used in India. Okay. This class will be explained in tomorrow class. Okay. Guys, will you please update your roll numbers in the chat box? Otherwise, I know I don't want to consider your attendance. Okay. Each and everyone you have to write your roll number on chat box. Then only I will take attendance. So I will take attendance every day, not only myself. So each and every staff member take attendance for every class. So after taking that, all the class attendance will be sent to our HOD sir. So everyone should update your attendance every day, not only this class, all the classes. So please update your attendance. Please mute your mic. Somebody is disturbing. Please mute your mic. Okay, now everyone has updated, guys. Okay, guys. Okay, Amma. Thank you. We'll see you on tomorrow class. Thank you. Bye. Good. Okay. Good night.